Now students, let us learn trigonometry. We have initial level trigonometry and subsequently we will have further advanced trigonometry in class 11. So before going for trigonometry, we will have a quick recapture of what we have learned in class 10th regarding angles, regarding basic trigonometry functions, regarding arcs. So we will have a quick recapture of trigonometry. So this is a trigonometry class 11. So we have seen this protractor where we used to measure 30 degree. If we have to draw a line from the initial 30 degree, we have an approximate estimation that this is the line going. Similarly, 45 degree, this is the line going center between both the axes, or y and x axis. We have 60 degree going in a slightly vertical. Then what is the value of 120? This is 120 line. So when we are drawing without this, we should be able to approximately, when doing our problem, we should be able to mention 120 degree like this. Similarly, 150 degree, this is 180. So this is what called initial arm, this is the terminal arm, and this is the angle. If the angle is anti-clockwise, that means from positive x to positive y, we call it as positive angle. If it is on the negative side, we'll call it as negative angle. Suppose if OA is going down, we call it as minus theta. If it is up, OA to OB up, it is positive theta. Let us see. This is we have how this 360 degrees. One full revolution we estimated as 360 degrees. One full revolution. So if this is positive theta, positive 360, and if you go in the clockwise direction, this is negative 360. Okay, this is positive and this is negative 360. Why this is 2 pi? It is in radians also, will come later, but this is 360 degree concept. First we have standard assumed that one full revolution is 360 degrees. Then what is a straight angle? Straight angle means initial ray and final ray are opposite to each other. This OA is initial ray, OB final ray. This is a positive 180, and from the bottom side, this is negative 180. Okay, this is 180 degree positive, this is 180 degree negative. Now, similarly, right angle, we have between one full revolution is converted into 4 right angles. 4 right angles. So this is positive 90 degree, this is negative 90 degree. This is positive 180, this is negative 180. So this is a right angle. This is also half the straight angle or 1/4 of the rotation angle. So these are the different angles what we have seen here. Now in this XY axis, we have this is positive x, this is positive y, negative x, negative y. We have 4 quarters. Quarter means what? 1/4. What do you mean by quarter? Quarter is 1/4. So 1/4 of 360, 90, second 90, third 90, and fourth 90. This is 4 quarters. Quarter 1, this is in the positive direction. We always measure quarters in positive direction. This angle is positive direction. So quarter 1, quarter 2 is 90 to 180, quarter 3 180 to 270, 270 to 360, quarter 4. So this is called sexagesimal system. What we call it as degrees means sexagesimal system. We have a radian system. We have a one rotation 360 degree or 2 pi radians. So how the degree system is further divided? 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes and 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. Why we need to so extend minute and second? This we will use in latitudes and longitudes problem. When you have to mention on the earth which latitude, which longitude it is there. So we have to go up to second, even we have to go up to further division of this unit also, so that we can pinpoint the all GPS system will have up to seconds or further down also. So let us see radian system. It is observed that the ratio between circumference and the radius is fixed as 2 pi radians. It's always constant. If you take a bigger radius, again circumference length and the radius ratio is fixed. So that is divided as 2 pi radians. So pi is 122 by 7. So 2 pi radians is the ratio between radius and circumference. So that is why 1 radian, how we define? 360 by 2 pi or 180 by pi. Suppose if you see, this is radius, and if you take an arc length of 1 radius, this arc length is also 1 radius. So this degree is called 1 radian. So like that we have how many radians? Around 6.5 radians. 1 second, another R, another R, another R, like that. 6 to us around 3.15 is 1 pi. So 2 in pi, 2 into 3 means 6.3. So there will be 6.3 R's. It will complete one full circle. So 1 R distance of arc length is defined as 1 radian. So there are 2 pi radians, 2 pi R is the circumference. So suppose 1 radian, I want to convert into a degree. 180 is the degree by pi radians. So that is around 57.34 degrees. Suppose 0.324 degrees I have to convert into minutes. 0.32 into 60. That is 19.58488 minutes. So this 0.488 also further if I multiply by 60, 29.28 seconds. So this what 1 radian becomes? 57 degree, 19 minute, 29 seconds. This is not 57 degree, 32 minute, 48 seconds. No. These are not 100 decimals. These are 60 multiples. So 57 degree, if it is 32 means 19 minutes, 48 means 29 seconds. So 32 into 60, 48 into 60. So this is the conversion from radian to degree. So these are the standard conversions. Normally it is to give the quadrant is between pi and 3 pi by 2. Pi is 180, 3 pi by 2 is 270. That means this is third quadrant. It gives pi by 2 to pi. So this is second quadrant. 3 pi by 2 to 2 pi. This is fourth quadrant. So this is given in pi, this is given in degrees. Normally we use pi by 6, 30, pi by 3, 60. So you should have handy. And what it said pi by 6 means should 180 by 6, that is 30 degrees. Pi by 3, 180 by 3, 60 degrees. We know 45, pi by 4 and pi by 2. Okay. Now let us say 74.87 degrees. We have to convert to minutes. So 74.87 into 60. 0.87 into 60. So 64 degree, 52.2 minutes. 0.2 into 60 again. So it comes 64 degree, 52 minutes, 12 seconds. So degree system can convert into minutes and seconds system. Now let us understand this regular polygon. Suppose find the number of a regular polygon, which of interior angle is 144. What is the formula for regular angle? 360 by exterior angle. So exterior angle is 180 minus interior angle. That is 180 minus 144, 36. So number of sides is 10. So we should have this ready. All in further lessons we will use this formula to find out the degrees. So 360 by number of exterior angle, that is equal to 180 minus this is exterior angle is 180 minus interior angle. So find the angle between hour hand and minute hand of a clock at 5:15. That means 5:15. So what is between hand? At 5 o'clock, the hour will lead us 90 degree. Reference is with respect to 12 o'clock. Minute hand is at 15 minutes. That is hour hand. This is hour hand at 15. 5:15 minutes. Minute hand is 15. So it is 90 degree. Now what is at hour hand? Hour hand is 5 hours, 5 into 30 into 5. 150 degrees here itself, plus another 15 minutes means 1/4. 1/4 of what is the between each between 5 to 6, the degree is 30 degrees. Because 12 3s are 360. Total clock is 12 hours. Each 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 5, these are divided into, each one block is divided into 30 degrees. 0 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 like that. It is total 30 degrees each block. 30 into 12, 360 is total clock division. This is a clock, let us say total is 360 degrees. Each 5 degree is 30 degree. So 30 into 1 by 1/4. The hours hand moved up to 1/4 the distance between these two degrees. So there is 157.5 degree. What is the between them? So if you put minus 90, you'll get 67 degree 30 minutes. 0.5 means 30 minutes. So that way we can find out angle between hours hand and minute hand. Suppose 11:45. 11:45. So if you took it the negative side, minute hand is at 45. 45 means minus 90. 45 means what? On the reverse direction. In this direction, minus 90. This is 45. So it will be minus 90. So what is hours hand? Hours hand is minus 30 into 1 by 4. Because 11:45. 11:45 is almost 12. So 12 into minus 30 into 1 by 4. That is 7.5. So if you remove them, minus 90 plus 7.5, you get 82 degree 30 minutes is between. This is 11:45 hour hand. This is a minute hand. This angle is 82 degree 30 minutes. So we should have an acquaintance how to measure the angles up to minutes, or you can go up to seconds also. Now let us say which of the pairs are coterminal. What is coterminal? Coterminal means the end ray is common. Coterminal means end ray is common. Suppose you say 210 and minus 150. So from here it goes to 210. This is 180 plus 30, 210. This is 210. Now minus 150. If you go from here, this is 180 minus 30 is 150. So both lines are coterminal. So but otherwise a simple formula. If we add these two, we should get multiple of 360. So 210 plus 150 is equal to 360. This is a coterminal. Similarly, 540 plus 180 is 720. It is also a coterminal. 675 plus 405 is 1080. Is 3 into 360 also coterminal. 900 is also coterminal. So rest are not coterminals. Rest are not coterminals. So 360 plus 30, 390. It is not a multiple of 360, so it is not coterminal. Coterminal means the end ray is common. So note, if the difference is integral multiple of 360, this is the difference, not the sum. This minus this. Or you can have 675 minus of minus 4. Because one is coming from top, one is coming from bottom. Minus means what? It is coming in clockwise direction. Plus means the anti-clockwise direction. If the total sum is multiple of 360, this is a coterminal. Let us understand this. We have to draw angles given there minus 140. So if I'm going from here, this line is minus 140. So this is minus 140. Next another is what? 250 plus 250. So this is 270. So this will be around 250 plus 250. Next is 420. 420 means what? If you divide 360 out of it, it is around 60. So it is plus 60. It is like this, plus 60. Next is 750 to 720. Then get 30. This is plus 30. 750. 945. Similarly, like that. 1120. 1120 is what? If you take 1080, if you do minus into 1120 minus 1080 around 40. So it is around 40 degrees. Like that. So minus 330. This is from here, it is going to minus 330. So 30 in the top side. Minus 500. So 360 minus 140. Minus 500 means minus 140. It's around here. So like that, we should be able to understand the measures. So let us see some solved problems in this angles and measures. The angle of a triangle, two angles are given. Find the third angle. So pi minus sum of the two angles. So 3 pi by 8, when I convert into degree, it is 30 degrees. So measure of angles of triangle are in the ratio. So we know 3x plus 7x plus 8x is equal to 180. So we get all the angles, and when we calculate how to convert them into radians, 30 degree by 180 into pi. So pi by 6. So like that, we have to convert them into radians. 70 by 180 into pi. 7 by 18 pi. This is 4 by 9 pi. So in a cyclic quadrilateral, two adjacent angles are given 40 and 60. Pi by 3 means 60. Find the angles of quadrilateral in degrees. What is cyclic quadrilateral? This is cyclic quadrilateral. Cyclic quadrilateral means all the 4 points on a circle, concyclic points. And opposite angle, sum of opposite angles is 180. Sum of opposite angles is 180. This is a cyclic quadrilateral. So if it is 240, so this is 140, this is 120. So these are the all angles of concyclic. Or when you say concyclic or cyclic quadrilateral, both are same. Concyclic means they are on the same points on the same circle. Quadricyclic means, cyclic quadrilateral means same opposite sides are equal. Only circle will not be there. Okay. Now find the degree and radian measure of exterior and interior angles of these regular polygons. So first is pentagon. N is 5. So 360 by 5 gives me my exterior angle. So if I minus it from 100, 180, I get my interior angle. Interior angle means what? This angle. What is exterior angle? If I extend this, this is exterior angle. Or from the center, if you connect the lines from the center, so this angle is exterior angle. This is interior angle. This angle is exterior angle. Similarly, hexagon. 360 by 6, 60 and 120. 120 is interior angle. This is exterior angle. Septagon 360 by 7. Octagon 360 by 8. So these are all exterior angles. 360 by theta is exterior angle. 360 by n. 180 minus exterior angle is interior angle. So let us also understand some of the arc system. We have now understood the angles and the angles with respect to arc. So what is the length of the arc? What is the length? Total length of the arc is 2 pi r for a degree of 2 pi. So theta by 2 pi into 2 pi r. Theta by 2 pi into 2 pi r. So that means r theta. So the distance is r theta. If theta is 1 radian, distance is r. This is as per the definition of radian. If theta is 1 radian, this is r. So the length of arc is r theta. What is the area of this portion? Total area is pi r square for an angle of 2 pi. So theta by 2 pi into pi r square. So half r square theta. Otherwise, if you see half base into height, base is what? Base is r theta. And height is fixed everywhere. Height is r. So half into r theta into r. That is half r square theta. So in both ways, it is half r square theta is the area covered by the r. So now you are asking, in this circle, there is a chord here, PQ chord. And what is this? Dashed area. So we know the area of this arc side is half r square theta. Half r square theta. And this is half base into height. Half base into 12 sine 30. Half base into 12 sine 30. So when we do minus, I get area of this dashed portion. So how we are going to find out? This is the triangle area. Triangle half base into 12 sine 30. Arc area half r square theta. So here always remember, when I put sine, theta in degrees. When I put directly theta, it is in radians. I cannot put here 180 by 6. Okay. This is pi is in radians. Pi by 6 is in radians. 3. Pi by 6 is what? 180 by 6, 3 radians. half r square theta. But here I have to put 22 by 7. 12 pi. It is not the 12 into 180. It is 12 into 22 by 7. So now let us see. The perimeter of a sector of a circle of area 25 square meters, 20 centimeters. Find the area of the sector. Perimeter of a sector. Perimeter of a sector means what? Area is given 25 pi square centimeters area. So pi r square is 25 pi. So r is 5. So what is the perimeter? R plus r plus r plus this arc. So perimeter of a triangle. Perimeter of a sector means r plus PB plus r. So it is perimeter is r. It is r plus r plus r theta. This is the perimeter. This is 20. So we get r theta is 10. From here we got r is 5. R theta is 10. So theta is area is half r square theta. So we got the sector area. Sector area half into r square theta. 5 into 5. So in place of r into r theta is 10. So directly r theta is placed here. We will not find out theta. R theta into r into half r square theta. Okay. So I need not go for theta calculation. Of course, theta is 2 here. No problem. Now perimeter of a sector is equal to half of the circumference. So half of the circumference is pi r is equal to r plus r theta. So we can say pi minus 2 is equal to theta. So 22 by 7 minus 2 is 8 by 7 radians. When I convert it into degree, I am getting 65 degree. This is 65 degree. So when the angle at the center is around 65.45 degree. Always remember, it is not that 180 minus 2, 168, 178. No. This is in radians. This is in radians. Pi is 22 by 7. So this is in radians. Then I converted them so many radians. So 180 by pi. Then I get degrees. So again, same problem. Radius of circle is given. Find the length of the arc of the circle, which cuts a chord length equal to length of radius. So this AB is R. So all three sides R. This is R. This is R. This is also R. That means an equilateral triangle. That means it is an equilateral triangle. So from which we get angle is 60. So what is asked us? Find the length of arc. Length of arc is r theta. R into 60 by pi by 3. R into pi by 3. It's not that r into 60. 60 is degrees. Whenever I am measuring in distance, that is centimeters, meters, it should be in radians. So these are the apparatus with the angle of where we have to take pi, where we have to take 180. We should have to distinguish between these two. So when I am putting r theta, I have to take in pi terms, 22 by 7. When I am putting centimeters, I have taken radians, pi. So only when I am using sin theta, cos theta, I am using degrees. Okay. Hello students, let us continue trigonometry. Now we have completed the pre-basic of what we have angles and arcs. Now we will further continue basic trigonometry lesson. Okay. Let us see. See, defining trigonometric functions. We are also again devising basic trigonometric functions. So suppose final ray is at an angle of theta. So this is representing a cost of apple and number of apples. Suppose 10 apples, 50 rupees. 15 apples, 75 rupees. 20 apples, 100 rupees. So if you see the ratio is same, the cost of apple is same, 5 rupees per apple. So 10 apples, 50 rupees. 15 apples, 75. So this is called, we call it as a similar triangles. What we are seeing them as a similar triangle because the ratio is same and initial angle is same. Here it is arithmetic 90, this is 90, this is 90. So two angles are same. In a triangle ABP, in a triangle ACQ, two angles are same, theta and 90, theta and 90. So automatically third angle is same. So these two are similar triangles and we have ratios of sides are proportional. Corresponding sides are proportional. So PB by AB is equal to QC by AQ is equal to RD by RA. So when these ratios are same, we define this ratio as sin theta. What is sin theta? Opposite by hypotenuse. This is opposite by hypotenuse. What is sin here? Opposite by hypotenuse. So here opposite by hypotenuse is sin theta. Adjacent side by hypotenuse is cos theta. Opposite by adjacent side is tan theta. So we define three trigonometric functions because this ratio is same. Once we have fixed ratio and they are similar triangles, ratio is fixed because of similar triangle. So we have now what is sin theta? We defined as opposite by hypotenuse. What is cos theta? Adjacent by hypotenuse. What is tan theta? Opposite by adjacent. So we know in this triangle a square plus b square is equal to c square. That means sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. That we'll see later, but this is the basic of it. So this is how we define sin theta and cos theta. Can this opposite side be more than hypotenuse? Can this be more than hypotenuse? It cannot be more than hypotenuse because this is the longest side of a right angle triangle. So this is always less than 1. So sin theta value varies between -1 to 1. Similarly, cos theta, it is always less than hypotenuse. So cos theta is also less than 1. So it's also less than plus or minus 1. But tan theta can vary. This by sin theta by cos theta. It can vary between up to infinity, minus infinity, because it can vary. But sin theta, cos theta, it should be less than 1. Now let us go to next. So we have defined cos theta, we have defined tan theta. So sin theta, opposite, cos theta, and tan theta. Now what is, if you see here, suppose this angle as ray tends to 0, then what is sin theta? Sin theta is opposite. Opposite is 0, is getting to 0. So sin 0 is 0. What is cos 0? Cos 0 means the adjacent side is almost equal to the hypotenuse. So cos 0 is equal to 1. Cos 90 is 0. Cos 0 is 1. Similarly here, as it becomes 0, as y comes to 0, the adjacent side becomes 0. So cos 0, adjacent side by hypotenuse is 0. So both figures we can correlate and see the extreme values. So that way cos also varies from 0 to plus or minus 1. Tan we know. So we define reverse of the functions. Cotan, that is cot. Cotan, that is cot. This is 1 by tan here. What is 1 by tan here? Adjacent side by opposite side. So what is cosecant here? Secant here is defined as 1 by cos here. What is cos here? Cos here is adjacent by hypotenuse. What is secant here? Hypotenuse by adjacent side. Just reverse functions. Secant here. So cosecant here. Cosecant here is opposite to sine. Sine is opposite side by hypotenuse. Cosecant is hypotenuse by opposite. 1 by sine here. So we know in a right angle triangle, AC square is equal to BC square plus AB square. So when I divide AC square all sides, AB square by AC square, AB square by AC square is cos square theta, BC square by AC square is sin square theta, that is AC square by square is 1. So this is the fundamental units of trigonometry. We got sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1. Sin theta cannot be more than plus or minus 1. Cos theta cannot be more than plus or minus 1. But their sums together, squares of sums is 1 because of the Pythagoras rule. Now, how to find out the basic values of trigonometry? Suppose I want to find out 45 degree. 45 degree. Here it is 90. Here 45 means this is also, what is the balance degree here? 45. That means if it is 45, that means what? This side and this side is equal because opposite angles are equal. So if this is a, this is a, this is root 2a. Root of a square plus a square is root 2a. So sin 45 is a by root 2a, that is 1 by root 2. What is cos 45? A by root 2a, 1 by root 2. What is tan 45? A by a is 1. So now we understood how to find out 45. Earlier we found out 0 value. What is sin 0? We found out what is sin 90. Now we are finding out 45 degree. So because being 45 is a right angle triangle, other angle also is 45. So it is a root 2a is the hypotenuse. Let us find out 30 and 60 degrees. Let's find out for angle of 30 and 60. Let us take a equilateral triangle. I have drawn a median. This is center point of this. If this total length is a, this point is a by 2. This is a, this is a. So this is a by 2. This is 90 degrees. So what is this? This angle is c square minus a square is equal to b square. So AD square is equal to AB square minus BD square. AB square is a square minus a square by 4. So it is 3 by 4 a square. So what, when you square root it, root 3 by 2. This distance is root 3 by 2 a. So let us find out. This is a by 2. This is root 3 by 2 a. This is a. So what is sin 30? A by 2 by a, that is half. Sin 30 is BD by AB. BD is a by 2. AB is a, that is half. What is cos 30? This is root 3 by 2a. Root 3 by 2a by a is root 3 by 2. What is sin 60? Opposite by hypotenuse. Root 3 by 2a by a, root 3 by 2. What is cos 60? A by 2 by a, it is 1 by 2. So you understood how the 30 and 60 have come? This is because a equilateral triangle, it can be anything. A can be anything. It can be 10, 15, 20, anything. But is equilateral triangle, both 90 degree and median are same. It is, the line is perpendicular and median, both are same, and all the centers are orthocenter. All centers are at one point. Center of median, center of orthocenter, center of angular bisector, all are same in an equilateral triangle. So what we summarize, what we have find out, sin 0 is 1, cos 0, sin 0 is 0, cos 0 1. Because cos 0 1 means what? This is cos 0. Cos 0 means adjacent side is equal to hypotenuse. Sin 0 means opposite is 0. So 0 by hypotenuse is 0. So sin 0 0, cos 0 1, tan 0 is sin by cos. 30, 1 by 2, root 3 by 2, 1 by tan theta is, always remember, tan 30 is 1 by root 3, tan 60 is root 3. Many times we use this figure, we should by heart this. Tan 30, 1 by root 3, tan 60, root 3. We already know cos 60 root 3, sin 60 root 3 by 2, which is equal to cos 30. So cos 60 is half. So as we angle increases, cos reduces. You see, 0 to 1, root 3 by 2 is less than 1, 1 by root 2 is less than 1, 1 by 2 is less than 1 by root 2, 0 is less. As it reduces, because as theta increases, adjacent side reduces. As it goes up, B is coming nearer. Once it becomes vertical, B is almost touching C. So in cos theta, as theta increases, cos reduces. In sin theta, as theta increases, it increases. So sin square plus cos square total is equal to 1. If you add all these squares, it will be 1. 1 by 4 plus 3 by 4. 3 by 4 plus 1 by 4 is 4 by 4. 1 root of 1 is 1 plus r minus 1. So now in tan theta, what is tan 90? Sin 90 by cos 90. So 1 by 0. 1 by 0 is not defined. 1 by 0 is not defined. Is infinite. If you take 0.00001, it will be infinite. But it is not defined at 90. Similarly, cot what is cot is not given here. Okay. So let us understand the chord. Small a chord of circle of radius 6 centimeters is making an angle 60 degree at the center. So radius is 6 centimeters. An angle 6. It is making angle 60 degree. That means automatically is a equilateral triangle. This is 60 means these two are same because 6 centimeters is same. So this is an equilateral triangle. So chord length is also 6 centimeters. Let us continue. So let us understand complementary angles. Understand complementary angles. Let us revise this also before going. So we have found it 6 centimeters because of the being a equilateral triangle. But otherwise, we have to do this method 2r sine theta by 2. What is this increase? 2r sine theta by 2 is the chord length. This is r sine theta by 2. Theta is the central angle. So r sine theta by 2 is AC. Another r sine theta by 2 is BC. 2r sine theta by 2 is the chord length. Okay. Now let us come to complementary angles. Suppose this is x. What is sin x? Sin x is equal to BC by AC. What is cos 90 minus x? Cos 90 minus x is adjacent side by hypotenuse. BC by AC. Cos 90 minus. Why it is 90 minus x? Because it is x. This is 90. So what is the angle here is 90 minus. These two are complementary. Sum of these two angles is 90. So the triangle angle is 180. 90 plus 90, 180. So if this is x or this is a, this is 90 minus a. So sin x is equal to cos 90 minus x. Similarly, cosecant x. What is cosecant x? Cosecant x is hypotenuse by opposite. What is secant x? Secant 90 minus x. Secant 90 minus x is hypotenuse by adjacent side. All are same. So we will say that cos 90 minus x is sin x. Similarly, sin 90, what is sin 90 minus x? Sin 90 minus x is AB by AC. AB by AC. What is cos x? Cos x is adjacent side by hypotenuse. AB by AC. So sin 90 minus x is cos x. Cos 90 minus x is sin x. So sin 90 minus x is cos x. Similarly, tan 90 minus x is cot x. Cot 90 minus x is tan x. Because they are complementary. They are complementary. For this is opposite. For this is adjacent. What is tan x? BC by AB. What is cot 90 minus x? Cot 90 minus x. B is adjacent by opposite. Both are same. So tan x is equal to cot 90 minus x. So this way we call this a corresponding, not only cosecant x is 1 by sin x, but sin 90 minus x is cos x. Cos 90 minus x is sin x. Similarly, tan 90 minus x is cot x. Cot 90 minus x is tan x. So this we understand. So this is we have already seen a square say 1 is equal to sin square theta plus cos square theta. So from this we can have three relations. What is sin square theta? 1 minus cos square a. What is cos square a? 1 minus sin square a. So sine square A plus cos square A. We have got three angles here. Now we see here. What is tan A? Tan X is equal to BC by AB. BC by AB. What is tan square A? BC square by AB square. So if I add both sides 1 plus tan square A is equal to 1 plus BC square by AB square. So AB square plus BC square by AB square. AB square plus BC square is AC square, being a Pythagoras right angle triangle. So this is nothing but secant square here. AC square by BC square. AC square by BC square is secant square. So 1 plus tan square A is secant square. How I got? Fundamental definition. Tan A is tan A is opposite by side, adjacent. So BC by AB. So when I'm squaring tan square A, I'm adding 1. It becomes AC square by BC square. That is secant square A. AB square. AC square by AB square. This is AB square. So AC square by AB square, not BC square. This is AB square. AC square by AB square is secant square. So AC by AB means hypotenuse by adjacent side. It is cos x opposite. So it is secant x. So secant square x. So 1 plus tan square A is secant square A. So we have three relations from this. Secant square A minus tan square A is 1. Secant square A minus tan square A is 1. Or secant square A minus 1 is tan square A. Only making the subject. Similarly, cot square A. What is cot x? Cot x is equal to AB by BC. AB cot square x is AB square plus BC square. Once I add, it becomes AB square by AC square. This is 1 by sin square x. That is cosecant square x. So 1 plus cot square A is cosecant square A. So we have again three relations in this. So these are the fundamental identities of trigonometry. What are the three identities? Sin square A plus cos square A is 1. 1 plus tan square A is secant square A. 1 plus cot square A is cosecant square. Three identicals. Okay. Now let us understand the signs in quadrants. Signs in quadrants. Suppose what is sin theta defined here? Sin theta is opposite by hypotenuse. What is R is square root of x square plus y square. If x is plus or minus, x square is plus. Y is plus or minus, y square is plus. So x square plus y square under root will be plus. So R is always plus. Root of x square plus y square can be plus or minus R, but it is a distance, so R is always plus. Now y. Y is plus in first quadrant and second quadrant because this is a positive y axis. So y by R in first quadrant and y by R in second quadrant both are positive. So sin theta is positive in both first and second quadrants. Now if you see cos theta, x is positive in first and fourth quadrant. This angle, this x is positive. So x by R, x cos theta is x by R. So it is positive in first and fourth quadrants. X is positive. So x is positive in first and fourth quadrants. Tan theta, sin by x, sin by theta by cos theta. So depending on that, plus by plus is plus, minus by minus is plus. So it is tan theta is positive in first and third quadrants. First and third quadrant. This is what is given here. So from this we can say that all silver teacups. Here all are positive because here y is positive, x is positive. So sin theta is positive, cos theta positive, tan theta positive, so reverse also positive. But in second quadrant only sin is positive because y is positive, x is negative. This is a negative side of x. So cos is negative, sin by plus by minus, tan is negative, accordingly other thing. Here both are negative. Sin is negative because y is negative, cos is also negative. But tan is negative by negative positive. So all silver is sine, T is tan, cups means cos. All silver Te cups. So these are the positive, negative of the system. Now earlier we have seen complementary angles. See, sine 30 is cos 60. Sine 60 is cos 30. So sine 45 is because 90 minus 45 is 45. Sine 45 cos 40. Similarly, tan 30 is cot 60. Tan 60 cot 30. So these are all complementary. Tan 60, tan 30 means tan 90 minus 60. Tan 90 minus 60 means cot 60. Tan 60 means tan 90 minus 30. That is cot 30. So these are all similarly secant 60, cosecant 30. So these are all complementary angles. These two are not defined because in the denominator we are getting 0. Cos 0 is 1, sin 0 is 0. So we are getting denominator cos 90 is 0. So 1 by 0 is not defined. So if you see here complementary angles, you see here sine of 90 minus x. It is in the first quadrant, so this is positive. But this is also equal to cos of x because we have seen the triangle. This is 90 minus x, this is x. Got it. So similarly, sine of 90 plus x. This is in the second quadrant. 90 plus means this is in the second quadrant. So this is sine is positive. So sine of 90 plus means it is cos x. Similarly, sine of 180 minus x. Because 180 sine of 180 minus means sine x. Because the second quadrant positive. Similarly, sine of 180 plus x. 180 plus means sine x. This is 180 third quadrant, 180 plus third quadrant, so minus. This x is acute angle. So minus sine x. Similarly, sine of 270 minus x is equal to cos minus x. Sine of 270 plus x is equal to sine of minus x, that is equal to minus sine x. So this way we have to do for all. Cos 90 minus x, sine x. Cos 90 plus x. Cos 90 plus means is a complementary angle. 90 plus cos is second, minus in the second quadrant, so minus sine x. Cos 180 plus x is in the third, cos 180 plus means cos x. It is in the third quadrant, so minus. Cos 360 minus x is cos x. Because the fourth quadrant cos is positive. Because fourth quadrant x is positive. X by r, that is positive. So that way we should have well conversant with the from it is 90 means complementary. 180 means same. 360 is same. So one is we have to see whether it is getting complementary angle or whether it is getting plus or minus. This plus or minus is decided by not this outcome, decided by initial sign. So plus or minus decided by initial. This is decided by either 90 or 180. Understand this? So let us go to some examples. So what is sine 300? Sine 300 means sine of minus 60. It is negative. Let us only have to find sines. So it is negative. Cos 400 is cos 360 plus 40. So it's the first quadrant positive. Similarly, cot minus 206. Cot minus 206 is coming in the second quadrant. So that is negative. Because it is quadrant, it is not in third quadrant. Because if it is plus 206, it is in third quadrant. Minus 206, so it is coming into the second quadrant. So it is negative. Similarly, for theta 30, verify sin 2 theta is 2 sin theta cos theta. So we know sin 60 is root 3 by 2. Sin 60 is root 3 by 2. 2 into sin 30 is half and cos 30 is root 3 by 2. 2 to get cancelled, root 3 by 2. So sin 2 theta is equal to 2 sin theta cos theta is proven. Similarly, evaluate this. So sin pi plus 2 cos pi plus 3 sin 3 pi by 2, 4 cos 3 pi by 2 minus secant pi like this. So I am converting into degrees. So now it is come to sin 180 is 0. Cos 180 is minus 1 because the second quadrant. So 2 into minus 1 is minus 2. 3 sin 270 is minus 1. So 3 into minus 1. Cos 270 is 0. Cos 90, cos 270 are 0. So secant 180 is cos 180 is minus. So minus 5 into minus 1. Minus 6 into cosecant 270. Cosecant 270 is minus 1. So minus 1. So when I add all these, I get 6. So we should be familiar with the plus, minus and the values. Basically, it is a all quadrant axis. There is 0 or 180 or 270 or 360. So next. Secant theta is minus 3 and it is given it is in third quadrant. That is why it is secant is minus in what are the quadrants? Secant means cos. It is third and second it is minus. It can be second quadrant or it can be third quadrant. It is given that it is in third quadrant. Find the values of other trigonometric functions. So from secant theta we get cos theta. Third quadrant is also minus. So from cos theta we get 1 minus cos square theta sin theta. So we get third quadrant sin theta is also minus. So tan theta is plus, cot theta is plus. So cosecant theta is 1 by sin theta. It is also minus. So we got all the values from this. Or we can find out from secant square theta minus 1 is tan theta. Tan square theta. So secant square theta is 9. Minus 1 is 8. Under root 2 root 2. So plus. Why plus? Because in third quadrant. So similarly, you see, tan is given 4 by 3. Find the values. Once such things are given, it is better to make the drawing. Tan is 4 by 3. Why no? 3, 4, 5 is the combination. See, we should have by hearted this combination. 3, 4, Pythagoras law, 5 in the hypotenuse. Suppose it is multiplied by 2. Here comes 6. Here comes 8. So 6 square plus 8 square is equal to 10 square. 5 into 2, 10 square. Multiplied with 3. 9 square plus 12 square is equal to 15 square. It is multiplied by 4. 12 square plus 16 square is equal to 20 square. So this is the fundamental. You multiply common figure with all sides, it is all same. So whenever such a figure is given, you should immediately, you need to calculate 1 minus 4 square by 3 square, not like that, simply. So 2 into sin A. Sin A is 4 by 5 minus 3 cos A. Cos A is 3 by 5 by 2 into sin A plus 3 cos A. That is tan A is 4 by 3, sin A is 4 by 5. We have put sin A 4 by 5, 3 cos A by 2 sin A plus 3 cos A. I got minus 1 by 70. So instead of calculating, I should simply use the drawing. State the signs of cos 4 radians and cos 4 degrees. Cos 4 degrees positive. Cos 4 degrees positive. This is the first quadrant. Now 4 radians. So 4 into 180 by pi. 4 into 180 by pi. So it's around 229. This is the third quadrant. So it is negative. So the difference between radian and degree. It is a bigger value because one circle is made into how many radians? 2 pi radians, around 6.5 radians. But it is made into 360 degrees. So radian is a bigger value than degree. So if tan x is minus 5 by 12, lies in fourth quadrant. Tan minus b squared, it can be in second quadrant or it can be in fourth quadrant. We have to find all others. So I'm simply putting drawing here minus 5, 12 because the fourth quadrant I have drawn a circle in fourth quadrant, red triangle in. So this is 5, y is minus 5, x is 12. So we know this combination. One is 3, 4, 5. Another combination is 5, 12, 30. 5, 12, 30. If I put 10 here, if I put 24, I will automatically get 26. If I put 15, if I put 36, you have to get 39. So this combination also we should by heart. But fundamentally, if you by heart, others will come. So once we got this, what is sin x? Sin x is minus 5 by 30. What is cos x? 12 by 30 positive. This is fourth quadrant, cos is positive. X is positive. So what is cosecant x? 1 by sin x. Secant x. So we should do the triangle immediately for the problem. Let us understand the range of trigonometric functions. What is the range? Sin theta, cos theta, we know. Either it can be +1 or it can be -1. It can be +1 or it can be -1 in between. It cannot cross because the opposite side cannot be more than this. Adjacent side cannot be more than this. Either in third quadrant, second quadrant, first quadrant, what it is either plus or minus, that's all. But it cannot cross more than this. So it is plus or minus 1 is the limit. Now tan theta, cot theta, minus infinity to plus infinity. Tan 90, cot 0 are not defined. Let us find out. What is sin 20? This is sin 20. Sin 20 can be written as sin 180 minus 60, which is sin 60, sin is positive, or sin 90 plus 30, or cos 30. So it can be cos 30 or it can be sin 60. Both are same. Root 3 by 2, and this is positive being in the second quadrant. But what is cos 20? Cos 20 is sin minus of sin 30 or minus of cos 60. So we should be acquainted with either minus sign or complementary triangle. Both we should have acquaintance. Minus sin 30 minus cos 60. Cos 120. Tan 120 can be written as tan 180 minus 60. So tan is negative in this, so minus tan 60 minus root 3. Okay. Now let us see 225. What is sin 225? This is 225. This is the third angle. So I can write 180 plus 45. So minus sin 45 minus 1 by root 2. What is cos 225? Is also minus 1 by root 2. Tan 225 is 1 because minus by minus is less. So from the unit circle also we can find out the signatures. No angles. Minus 60 and 300 are co-terminal angles. If you put minus 60 is what? Here it comes in the bottom. Plus 300 also it comes here. Because this is 360, this is 270. After 30 degrees we get 300 line. So minus 60, 300 are co-terminal. Values of the trigonometric functions will be same. Let us understand the graphs of trigonometry. What is the domain of sin theta cos theta? Domain is real. So real means what? It can be 1, it can be root 2, it can be root 3, like that. It is real. It is not integer, it is not a perfect number. So it can be anything. Real includes integer also. So from minus 1 to plus 1, it can vary. This is the sin theta. Sin 0 is 0, sin 90 is 1, sin 180 is 0, sin 270 is minus 1, sin 360 is 0. Again it repeats. Similarly cos 0 is 1, cos 90 is 0, cos 180 is minus 1, cos 260 is cos 270 is 0. So this is cos. So sin and cos they vary at when sin 0, cos 0 is 1. So these two represent sine curve and cos curve. Both domain. Now comes to tan theta. So as we go to 90, tan will be infinity. As we go to plus 90 or minus 90, tan will be, it goes. Hello students, let us continue further. Okay. Let us see how that tan theta graph is moving. From minus, this is 0. So minus 90, it goes to infinity. Then up to plus 90. Because 90 is not sin 90 by cos 90. Cos 90 is 0. So it is not available at 90. So at 90, as theta goes to 90, it goes to positive infinity. This is first quadrant. This is last quadrant. As theta goes to minus 90, it goes to minus infinity. And this graph repeats. Suppose what is from 90 onwards. This is the second quadrant. 90 onwards, second quadrant means again tan theta is negative. Again, the same curve repeats. At 180, it touches 0. Then it goes to, at 270, it goes to the top. So the second quadrant from 90 to 180, 270, it goes to again. Similarly, in the fourth quadrant, it goes from the bottom, it rises. Same curve repeats. Here, this is plus 90. So you go to 90 to 180. What happens? From 90 to 180, it becomes 0. From 180 to 270, it is positive because third quadrant tan is positive. So from here 0, it will be 180 here. So from 90, from infinity, it goes to 180 0 and goes to 270 plus positive. From after 270, again the same curve repeats. So tan repetition is pi, whereas sin and cos repetition is 2 pi. 2 pi. That we'll see repetition later. So this is the domain of, what is the domain of tan theta? Tan theta can be real number anywhere. Range is from minus infinity to plus infinity. So domain of cosecant theta is same as sin theta, except for n pi, because 1 by 0 is not available. So n pi is not there. So since minus 1 to 1, cosecant theta is either more than 1 or less than minus 1. It is either more than 1 or less than equal to 1. So the range of cosecant function is y belongs to R and odd y is greater than or equal to 1. Whereas sin y is between minus 1 to plus 1. But cosecant y is a whole real number other than minus 1 to plus 1 in between. See here, this is a secant theta. So plus infinity, it comes to plus 1, then goes out. Here also minus infinity to minus 1 goes down. So between 1 and 1, minus 1 to plus 1. This is minus 1. This is x curve. This is the y-axis. So minus 1 to 1, there is no value. So what is the real? Is real of range excluding minus 1 to 1. Same for secant and cosecant. Because some phase changes, but this is secant given. So it will, the value will not appear between 1 and 1, minus 1 and plus 1. It goes beyond. It goes beyond. So except for this 2n plus 1 pi by 2. Because here it is not valid. Here it is not valid. Not valid. It will be secant theta means 1 by cos theta. So whenever theta is 90, it is not valid. 90, 270, like that. Okay. So what is the periodicity of the when it repeats? When f of x plus p is equal to fx, we call this p is the periodicity of the system. So for sin and cos, periodicity is 2 pi. So whenever we add on 2 pi to theta, it is sin 2 pi plus theta is sin theta. Cos 2 pi plus theta is cos theta. Same for secant and cosecant. But for tan and cot, the periodicity is pi. X plus pi is equal to tan x. See here, with the pi difference itself, the same curve repeats. Go on repeating. At this point, it starts from bottom minus infinity, it goes. So same curve. So here repetition is pi. Here repetition is 2 pi. From 0, it's coming to pi, coming back to 2 pi. So 2 pi onwards, same curve repeats. So here repetition is 2 pi for sin and cos. Here repetition for tan is pi. This is what is given. So all are accumulated here. The domain range and period. So except tan and cot, other are 2 pi. Then we have real other than -1 to 1. Here only between -1 to 1. Same for secant, real other than -1 to 1. So we have seen here, these are all real values. Y can be anything. From 1 onwards to infinity it can have. From -1 onwards to infinity. But it cannot have between 1 to 1. So this is the range, this is a domain. Domain we reference as belongs to R minus 2n plus 1 pi by 2. R minus n pi. This is R minus n pi. Because wherever bottom cos theta is coming, not allowed. Sin theta. Sin 0 is 0, it's not allowed. So this is a domain. R minus 2n plus 1 pi by 2 for tan theta. R, because in both cases cos theta is coming bottom. Cos theta is cos 90 is 0, which is not allowed. So 2n plus 1 pi by 2 is excluding the domain. Okay. Now, seeing the periodicity, let us do some small work. So find the value of sin 41 pi plus 4 by 4. So we have to write 41 pi by 4 can be written as pi by 4 plus 10 pi. 10 pi plus pi by 4. So 4 comes here 40, 40 plus 1, 41 pi by 4. So 10 pi is repetitive, 2 pi into 5. So it is sin pi by 4, which is 1 by root 2. Suppose I want cos 765, cos 720 plus 45. So it is cos 45, 1 by root 2 plus. So these are coming under first quadrant. All are coming under first quadrant. So these are the values given, different values, but we need not by heart these values. What we know is pi by 6 is half. Say sin 30 is half. What is sin 45? We know it is 1 by root 2. Instead of 1 by root 2, he has given 0.71. In the sin 60 is root 3 by 2. In place of root 3 by 2, it is given 0.87. So let us remain in our notion half 1 by root 2, root 3 by 2. It gets repeated root 3 by 2, 1 by root 2, half. Same thing. Others also, only reverse. Okay. What is this 0.58? 0.58, 1 by root 3. This is tan 30. Tan 30 is 1 by root 3. So, but we should remember what is minus is the minus fourth quadrant, so it is negative. So let us not bother about 0.58 or 0.71. This is root 3. 1.73 is nothing but root 3. So let us remember root 3, 1 by root 2, root 3 by 2, like that only. So let us do some solved problems. Out of whatever we have learned so far, whatever certain problems we are going to solve. If cos 2x is given as this, prove that 1 minus tan square x by 1 plus tan square x is cos 2x. So cos square x minus sin square x, I am dividing by cos square x plus sin square x, because we know cos square x plus sin square x is 1. So you will divide it by 1, its value don't change. Then what is supposed if we take out cos square from here, what is becoming 1 minus tan square x. Here if I take out cos square, 1 plus tan square x. So both cos square get cancelled out. So 1 minus tan square x by 1 plus tan square x. So in fact cos 2 theta is defined as cos square theta minus sin square theta, as well as 1 minus tan square theta by 1 plus tan square theta. This is also one way of representing cos 2 theta. Let us see the cot A minus tan B into cot B minus tan A is cot A tan B. So one way is you substitute one value 45. So when you substitute cot 45 minus tan 45 into cot 45, that way is equal to, it becomes 0, 1 minus 1 by 1 minus 1 is written as 0 by 0. In fact, it's not. It is cancelled both. So cot 45 tan 45 is 1 into 1, 1. But this is not the way. Let us do correct way. Take out cos A by sin A. Tan B is sin B by cos B. This is cos B by sin B. This is sin A by cos A. So when I do LCM, what I am getting? cos A cos B minus sin A sin B into divided by sin A cos B divided by cos A cos B minus sin A sin B, here also same, divided by cos A sin B. When we do division, all get cancelled out. We are getting finally this cos A sin B goes to the top. So cos A by sin A is cot A, sin B by cos B is tan B. So it is cot A tan B. This is the correct way of proving. This is not, this is 0 by 0. It cannot prove like that. This is correct. Simply convert cos and sine and the factorization method. Now, if 5 tan A is root 2, and this is between second and third, this is a third quadrant. A is in third quadrant, and secant B is root 11. And B is in, but which quadrant? 3 pi by 2 is less than 2 pi. So this is fourth quadrant. B is in fourth quadrant, A is in third quadrant. Find the value of cosecant A minus tan B. So A is in third quadrant, B is in fourth quadrant. Cosecant A in the fourth quadrant is negative, and tan B, B is in the fourth quadrant, that is also negative. So tan A is root 2 by 5. So what is cosecant A? So tan 1 plus tan square A. Cosecant tan 1 plus tan square is secant square A. Cosecant A is from the equation. You get? See, if tan A is root 2 by 5. Let us assume opposite side is root 2 and adjacent side is 5. So what is the hypotenuse? 5 square plus root 2 square. 5 square is 25 plus root 2 square is 2, 27 under root. 27 under root is nothing but 3 root 3. 3 root 3. So cosecant A is hypotenuse by opposite side. So 3 root 3 by root 2 because it is minus fourth quadrant. So we have done this through table method. We assume root 2 is the opposites. Even though there is a root 2x and 5x, for simplicity we can put root 2 and 5 opposite and adjacent side. Similarly, secant B. Secant B is means what? Hypotenuse by side. So hypotenuse is 11, adjacent side is 1. So what is this one? 11 minus 1 is root 10. So this is root tan B is root 10 by 1 root 10. Why minus? Because of fourth quadrant. So we got tan B cosecant A. We have been asked cosecant A minus tan B is the answer. So how we find out? We are not bothered about the root 2x or 5x. We are simply writing root 2 is opposite and 5 is adjacent. We have written hypotenuse and we found all the three parameters of right angle triangle, and we wrote cosecant A. Same is with tan B with the signature, because this is minus and this is minus in the fourth quadrant. So prove that this is equal to this. So we know formula a cube plus b cubed a plus b into a plus b whole cube minus 3ab into a plus b. It can be a plus b whole cube. Actually, a plus b whole cube is what? A cubed plus b cubed plus 3ab into a plus b. So this we have brought it this side. So a plus b. So what do you say? Cos square theta whole cube plus sin square theta whole cube. This is cos rho 6 theta plus sin 2 rho 6 theta is a cube plus b cube. So a plus b becomes 1 whole cube minus 3ab into a plus b, again 1. This is 1, this is 1. So 1 plus 1, 2, this is 1. This is multiplication. So 1 minus 3 cos square theta sin square theta, which is the right hand side. Let us do some more problems. Suppose x is this and y is this. Remove x. We know x square plus cos square theta plus sin square theta is 1. So we write in terms of theta. So x minus 2 is 3 cos theta. Y minus 5 is 3 cos theta. So cos theta we got, sin theta we got. So when we do this, we got an equation. It is not eliminate x, it is eliminate theta from the following. What is this? Eliminate theta angle. Okay. So we are eliminating theta from here. So we got an equation. What is this? This is a circle with a center 2 and 5. So this is 2 plus 3 cos theta. 2 is the center. 3 plus 5 cos sin theta. So let us find out. If 2 sin square theta plus 7 cos theta is 5, find the value of cos theta. So 2 sin square theta can be written as 1 minus cos square theta, 2 into 1 minus cos square theta plus 7 cos theta. So this is a quadratic equation in cos theta. So 2x square minus 7x plus 3 is equal to 0. So cos theta is having 3 and 1 by 2. Can cos theta be more than 1? It cannot be, because this is not valid. So cos theta is half. So theta can be what? Which cannot be more than 1. The value of cos theta is half. Then what are the permissible values of cos theta? All which are correspond to half, plus or minus 60. What is this? Plus or minus 60 is half. These are the two permissible values. Now solve for theta. If 4 sin square theta minus 2 into 4 sin square theta minus 2 into root 3 plus 1 sin theta plus root 3 is equal to 0. This we have to solve. So this is a quadratic in sin theta. Sin square theta, sin theta. Let sin theta be x. So 4x square minus something into x plus constant is equal to 0. So minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. So when I substitute this and simplify, minus b plus minus b means b itself is minus. So minus gets cancelled. B plus or minus square root of b square. Because 2 is outside, so we put it outside itself. So 2 square, we have brought it outside. Root b square minus 4ac. When we simplified this equation, what I am getting? One root is root 3 by 2 or 1 by 2. So I'm having root 3 by 2 means this is what sin theta. So either it can be 60 or it can be 30. It can be 60 or it can be 30, or it can also be in second quadrant. Angles of second quadrant also positive, so that also can be written. Let us understand polar coordinates. We are dealing with x and y, so it can be replaced with one radius and theta. So r cos theta is equal to x, r sin theta is equal to y. You see here, x is equal to r cos theta. This point is r cos theta, and y is equal to r sin theta. So instead of x and y, I represent this point as r cos theta, r sin theta. Here my variables are radius and theta. So any point on this circle I can represent as a, this is called polar coordinates. So find the polar coordinates of the point 3, 3. So 3, 3, x and y. So I know the radius, x square plus y square under root. So that is 3 root 2. So when I got radius, 3 root 2. And what is tan theta for this point? Tan theta is y by x, that is 1. So 45. So theta is 45. So the polar coordinates are, this is r and 45. R is 3 root 2 and degree is 45. Angle is in the first quadrant. Since point P lies in the first quadrant, so tan theta is 1. So r theta is not, r is 3 root 2, is not 1. What is r? This is 3 root 2. It is not. Okay. This we have to correct it as 3 root 2. Let us do some more problems. If 2 sin A is 1, that means what? Sin A, which is equal to root 2 cos B. It is given A is in second quadrant and B is in fourth quadrant. Then find the value of this. So we should be able to find out what is sin A. Sin A is 1 by 2. Sin A is, that means A is 30 degree. or it can be 150 also. Since it is in second quadrant, so A is 150. What is cos B? 1 by root 2, that means 45. So B is given in which quadrant? B is in fourth quadrant. That means minus 45. So we got both the angles with which, so cos A is minus root 3 by 2. Tan A we get sin A by cos A. Tan B will get, we got cos B 1 by root 2. Beta is 45, so minus 1. Tan B is minus 1. So when I substitute in these values, I'm getting, this is the answer. So what I'm finding out, I found out the angle. From the angle, cos 30 is root 3 by 2. And because A is in the second quadrant, so cos is negative. So tan is also negative. So B is in fourth quadrant, tan is also negative. So we found out cos A, cos B, tan A, tan B. Now 2 sin squared theta plus 3 sin theta is 0. Find the values of 0. So let us put sin theta is 0. That means 1 theta gets cancelled out. Either sin theta is 0 or 2 sin theta plus 3 is equal to 1, or sin theta is equal to minus 3 by 2. Is minus 3 by 2 possible? It is more than minus 1. So it is not possible. So sin theta is 0. So theta can be either 0 or 180 or 360. The possible values of 0 up to 1 round is 10 pi. 0. 10 pi is continuous. 0, pi, 2 pi, like that. Now that is sin theta. Find the values of cos theta. Possible values of cos theta. When sin theta is 0, automatically cos theta is plus or minus 1. So find the acute angle theta such that this is the equation. So tan square theta is secant square theta minus 1. 5 secant square theta minus 5 plus 3 is equal to minus 2. So 9 secant theta comes this side, 5 secant square theta minus secant theta minus. This is a quadratic in secant theta. So when I am solving, I am getting 2 and minus 1 by 5. So theta is equal to 60 as this is in first quadrant. Acute angle is first quadrant, so acute angle cannot be negative. So this is eliminated. So theta is 2 means 1 by 2 opposite. That means what? Cos theta is 1 by 2 and theta is 60. So which value we have to eliminate? We have to check up. It is given acute angle. And the polar coordinates of the Cartesian. Again, just we have done this. 5 root of 5 square plus 5 square is the radius. That is 5 root 2. And 5 by 5 is 1, so 45. Root of 4 is 2, radius is root of 1 plus 3 plus 4. Root 4 is 2, radius is 2, and tan theta is root 3. Root 3 is 60. So 2 and 60. So like that. Find cos 1140. 1140 can be written as 360 into 3 plus 60. So this is the first quadrant, that is half. Now we have to prove this a quadratic expression. 1 plus tan square A plus 1 plus 1 by tan square A is equal to this. So 1 plus tan square A is secant square A plus 1 tan square comes here, 1 plus tan square A by tan square A. So secant square A by tan square A. So secant square A is nothing but 1 by cos square A. This is 1 by sin square A. So 1 by cos square A plus 1 by sin square A. So when I do LCM, sin square A plus cos square A by sin square A, cos square A is 1 by sin square A, cos square A. So when I replace cos square A with 1 minus sin square A, so 1 by sin square A minus sin to the power of 4 A. So whatever form they want, it can take so many forms. So whatever form they want, it can take simply this form, 1 by sin square A, cos square A also. So this is the form which is required. Let us see this form. Sin theta plus secant theta whole square plus cos theta plus cosecant theta whole square is this. So sin square theta plus secant square theta plus 2 sin theta secant theta, because I put in terms of A. Cos square theta plus cosecant square theta plus 2 cos theta cosecant theta. We know sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1. It has come. Now secant square theta plus cosecant square theta plus these two items. Let us see here. Two sin A secant A, 2 cos A cosecant A. 2 sin A secant A plus 2 cos A cosecant A. So 2 sin A by cos A plus cos A by sin A. So when I do LCM, this is sin square A plus cos square A by sin A cos A. This is 1. So 2 secant A cosecant A. So these two terms becoming 2 secant A cosecant A. Now if you see here, so that means what it becomes 1 plus secant square A plus cosecant square A plus these two together become 2 secant A cosecant A. So the answer is 1 plus secant A plus cosecant A whole square. Actually here the bracket supposed to end here. 1 plus secant A plus cosecant A whole square. Okay, we'll go to next one. Let us see. Tan cube theta plus 1 plus tan square theta, cot square cube theta plus 1 plus cot square theta. We have to prove this. So now 1 plus tan square theta is secant square theta. 1 plus cot square theta is cosecant square theta. So sin cubed theta by cos theta plus cos cubed theta by sin theta. When we do LCM, cos theta secant theta bottom will come back to secant A cosecant A into the top, and this becomes sin to the power 4 theta plus cos to the power 4 theta. So this can be written as 1 minus sin square theta plus cos square theta whole square. Whole square means 1. 1 minus 2 sin square theta cos square theta. So when we simplify this, 1 by secant A cosecant A minus 2 sin A cos A, because sin square A into cosecant A is sin A, cos square A into secant A is cos A. So left and right are true. We have to simply convert them into sin theta cos theta and simplify. Only you have to apply the formulas. This is A square plus B square. So A plus B whole square minus 2AB. So let us prove this one. 1 plus 3 cosecant square theta cot square theta plus cot to the power of 6 theta is cosecant to the power of 6 theta. We have to prove. So 1 plus 3 cosecant square theta is cos square by cosecant square means 1 by sin square. Cot square means 1 by cos square by sin square. So cos square by sin square into sin square sin to the power of 4 theta plus cos to the power of 6 by sin to the power of 6 theta. So when we do the LCM, this is becoming sin square plus 3 cos square sin square plus cos to the power of 6 divided by sin to the power of 6a. So numerator is a perfect square. Numerator can be written as sin square a square plus b square whole square minus 3 . So this is a cube plus b cube. Sin to the power of 6 plus cos to the power of 6 can be written as a cube plus b cube. What is this a cube plus b cube? Is a plus b whole cube minus 3ab into a plus b. A plus b whole cube. This is what? Whole cube. A plus b whole cube minus 3ab into a plus b. Sin square plus cos square is 1. So minus 3 sin square cos square. This is plus 3 sin square cos square. These to get cancelled out. So what is left out here? 1 into 1 cube is 1. So numerator is 1. Denominator is sin to the power of 6a. Sin to the power of 6 means cosecant to the power of 6a. So 1 by sin is cosecant. So finally we have proved. So we have to, here what we have done is a cube plus b cube is equal to a plus b whole cube minus 3ab into a plus b. So we have to use two formulas here. Find the value of tan 1, tan 2, tan 3 up to tan 89. You see, tan 89 can be written as tan 90 minus 1. Tan 90 minus 1. 90 minus 1 is cot 1. So tan 1 into cot 1 becomes 1. Like that, everything will become 1. Tan 1 is cot 89, tan 2 is cot 88, tan 44 is cot 46. So totally we are left out with tan 45, that is 1. So the answer is 1. So we should have a complementary angle. We should have the knowledge of complementary angle here. Now you see. Show that 1 minus 2 sin theta cos theta is greater than 0 for all this. So this can be written as sin square theta plus cos square theta. So when we write sin square theta plus cos minus 2 sin theta cos theta is nothing but sin theta minus cos theta whole square. So this is always positive because it is a square. Even if it is negative, cos is more also, minus whole square is positive. So it is always positive. Okay. Now prove that 1 plus cot plus tan into sin theta minus cos theta by this is equal to sin square theta cos square theta. Let us put them into simple form. So when you take here tan theta out, what is becoming? 1 by tan theta is cot theta plus cot into cot square theta plus 1 into sin theta minus cos theta. In terms of theta, I have used A. So tan A is sin A by cos A into cot A cos A by sin A plus 1 plus cot square A is cosecant square A. That is 1 by sin square A. So when I take out this sin A cos A plus 1 into sin A minus cos A by cos A sin A. Because if I take sin square A here, what is it? This is sin A, I have to multiply. So we got this numerator. Numerator has become sin A cos A plus 1 into sin A cos A, sin A minus cos A by cos A sin A. Because once you take LCM here, sin A comes sin square A. Sin square A, sin A get cancelled, bottom sin A left over and cos A is left over. So when this becomes cos A sin A plus 1. So sin A cos A plus 1 by cos A sin A into sin A minus cos A. So this is my numerator. Now comes to denominator. Secant cube theta minus cosecant cube theta. So I am taking secant cube outside. 1 minus cos cubed by sin cube theta. So when I took it LCM, secant cubed by sin cube into sin cube minus cos cube. So A cubed minus B cube. So A minus B into A square plus AB plus B square. So sin square plus sin A cos A plus cos square. Sin square cos square is 1. 1 plus sin A cos A. This is the denominator. This is the numerator. You can see 1 plus sin A cos A, 1 plus sin A cos A gets cancelled out. Sin A minus cos A, sin A minus cos A gets cancelled out. So what is left out here? 1 minus sin A cos A into secant cube by sin cube. This is the denominator. So sin cube by secant cube. So sin get cancelled, sin square, then cos A secant, it will become secant square. When it comes to top, it is cos square. So sin square cos square is proven. So what we have done, we have taken numerator separately and converted into sin cos. We have taken denominator separately, converted into sin cos. We have made it factors so that they can cancel out. They can cancel out. The thing here is we should know that A cubed minus B cubed is equal to A minus B into A square plus AB plus B square. Then only we can do factorization. Okay, we go to next problem. Secant square theta minus sec to the power 4 theta minus 2 cosecant theta plus cosecant to the power 4 theta. We have to simplify to cot to the power 4 theta minus tan to the power 4 theta. We want in cot and tan. So 2 secant square theta, I put minus 2 here, minus 2 and plus 2 is added. So that I get tan square theta, 2 secant square theta, 2 into secant square minus 1 is tan square, 2 into cosecant square minus 1 is cot square. So then what I got here? This is 2 tan square plus secant to the power 4 theta is I am converting into 1 plus tan square whole square plus cosecant to the power 4 theta is 1 plus cot square whole square. So when I simplify it, I am getting cot to the power 4 theta minus tan to the power 4 theta. So here if we expand this, what is happening here? 1 plus tan to the power 4 plus 2 tan square plus 2 tan square minus 2 tan square plus 2 tan square get cancelled. So here 1 is left out. Here 1 plus cot to the power 4 plus 2 cot square plus 2 cot square minus 2 cot square getting cancelled. So 1 plus 1, 2 minus getting, this is minus 1, this is plus 1, both get cancelled out. So what is left over? Tan to the cot to the power of 4 minus tan to the power of 4, answer left. So let us see this. Sin cubed plus cos cubed by sin theta plus cos theta, sin cubed minus cos cubed by sin theta minus cos theta. So we have to use this formula simply. So what is becoming? A square plus AB, A square minus AB plus B square. So A square plus minus AB plus B square, A square plus B square will be 1. So it is minus AB. Sin theta cos theta gets cancelled out. So it becomes sin square A plus cos square A minus sin A cos A. So this A plus B get cancelled out. So A square plus B square minus AB plus A square plus B square plus AB. That means this is 2 into sin square plus cos square, that is 2. Simple. So we have to use the A cube plus B cube formula. Let us see here. 1 plus tan A tan B whole square plus tan A tan B whole square is this. So 1 plus tan A tan B whole square, I am expanding this. Plus this also I am expanding. So when I am simplifying, what I am getting? 1 plus, this is by 1 plus tan square A tan square B plus tan square A plus tan square B. So then this becomes, I am taking it to numerator. So what is become? 1 plus tan square A, 1 plus tan square A is secant square A. So what we are doing here? Sin square A by cos square A, sin square B by cos square B. This is sin square A by cos square A. This is sin square B by cos square B. When we do LCM, so this cos square B is multiplied by 1. So cos square A cos square B plus sin square A sin square B plus sin square A cos square B, because here this cos square B is getting added, plus sin square B cos square A. So this is a total. So if you take out cos square A, what I am getting? 1 minus sin square B. If you take out cos square A here, cos square A here. So I'm getting 1 minus sin square B. If I take out sin square A, 1 minus cos square B. So if I'm taking sin square A out, sin square B plus cos square B so instead of cos square B, we are writing 1 minus sin square B. Sin square A, instead of sin square B, I am writing 1 minus cos square B. Like that, instead of cos square B, I am putting 1 minus sin square B. Instead of sin square cos square A, sin square A, I am putting sin square A will be there, cos square A, 1 minus cos square B. So when I simplify plus minus, I am getting cos square A plus sin square A, that is 1. So what is denominator? Denominator is cos square A cos square B. Cos square A cos square B nothing but secant square A secant square B when it comes to numerator. See, when we expand this, cos square A into 1 minus sin square. So we are getting cos square A minus cos square A sin square B. This is plus cos square A sin square B. This is minus cos square A sin square B. They get cancelled. One is the whole cos square A is left out. But here, if I take a sin square A into 1 minus sin square 1 minus cos square B. So sin square A minus sin square A cos square B. Sin square A cos square B, they get cancelled out. So everything is getting cancelled out. I am left out with cos square A plus sin square A. That is 1. So this is the answer.